Stay. Good morning, Clevis. All right. Today, on the day of the goddess, I thought that I would use the Frida Kahlo deck, Tarot Avatara by Gabby Angus West. This is not a deck that I have spent a lot of time with, but I thought who better to honor the energy of Venus than Frida Kahlo? And this is a deck that I very much want to spend more time with. And I think I will leave it out on my tarot stand. And so I intend to do that. Today, the moon will move from Capricorn into Aquarius at some point. If it hasn't already done so, the moon is still waning. So the energy is a little quieter, which is kind of nice, right? As we move towards the solstice. And I hope that in the busyness of this season, that each and every one of you are finding moments of quiet. This is a beautiful time to really honor that beauty as we move into winter. And so may today's message inspire from the heart and the soul of the goddess, of the heart and soul of Frida Kahlo herself, and all women who have inspired through challenges. As always, I ask that these messages be in the highest for the greatest good and that no harm be done. So be it. Good morning to Annette and Amelia. Good evening. Saskia, namaste. Tamian, welcome. All right, so the sun is here. That feels very Frida. Let us all remember that we have this intrinsic life force energy that is available to heal and to inspire, to support. I was reading something yesterday about solar goddesses, and it was really starting to change my mood about what I was actually writing. And it was about the energy of the Empress and describing the Empress as a solar form of the goddess. So the emperor and the empress both have solar qualities. And this was really, I forget what I was reading, but it was really resonating. And so to think of the high priestess as the lunar goddess and the empress as a solar goddess, that just felt so good. Set me down this huge rabbit hole of solar goddesses, and I have no idea how I'm going to incorporate that into my Venus, not my Venus blog, but my Empress blog today for the tarot challenge that I'm doing. Anyway, let's get back to the reading. May you all embrace solar energy and allow the light of the sun, the light of your internal fire, the light of your solar plexus chakra to illuminate all of your divine feminine qualities. For those of you that are new and just randomly popping by this channel, hello, welcome. My name is Sadhana. Welcome to day 15 of my Advent calendar. Hmm. This is rather poignant reading. Feels I'm not going to take time to read the what is offered in the guidebook, but when I look at the card in the center, I see a heart and I see two souls connected at the heart center. And then the card in the left, this feels so, it could be an internal heart, it could be a yoni. And of course, Frida was not able to conceive children because of the accident she had as a young woman. And this just, this whole thing feels like a longing, like a longing. And perhaps in spirit, there are ways to embrace unfulfilled dreams. Mm. A very watery card, a very sunny card. Let's pull the third card and now I'm going to weave together a message for you. And the Queen of Pentacles looks on and observes the whole thing. So a very feminine energy of reading. Queen of Pentacles. Mm. So we have the solar goddess, we have heart-centered energy, the card that illuminates the Leo time of year. Embrace when we go through loss or when we realize dreams will not be fulfilled. It can be very difficult to find the inner strength to carry on. And yet, as a powerful goddess, you do have that within you. And I would focus my attention on the central card to the energy of the heart space. Leo, the lion, is connected with heart-centered energy. And to take the light and the fire from the solar plexus and to let it rise up through the energetic body to fill the heart space. Find something to fill your heart space with warmth and love and healing energy. And know that, and this is one of the hardest lessons in life, and that is we never really see the whole picture from the vantage point, the viewpoint of the divine. We don't have that privilege, right? We see it from a worldly perspective. And so in your heart of hearts, know that every loss, every shift of energy was indeed for your greater good, and that it kept you on path, it kept you on a road to meet your soul's journey. And so in the one of the greatest medicines for the heart space is gratitude, and we've talked about that throughout this challenge. And so bring your energy into your heart space. And perhaps bring to mind something quite poignant. Maybe it even makes you feel melancholy. And breathe in and out of that memory and that experience. And thank Goddess for that experience. Because it made you who you are today. It made you into the man, the woman, the human that you are. And although I may not understand why I was to endure that experience, I know at a soul level it was for my greater good. And I thank you for guiding, protecting, keeping me on path. May we all find inner strength. And I also want to acknowledge that at this time of year, sometimes these poignant memories, they come forth. They tend to like seep into our awareness, especially if we're alone during the holiday season. And so know that you have places like this where you can gather and find support. You are all held within the arms, within the womb of the Great Mother. And she is always here to comfort you, to support and love, and to hold space for you. And when it is time to express joy, let that joy be freely expressed. And when it is time to weep, let those tears freely flow. Mm. Love to you all. Good morning, Mary Beth. All right, let's shift the energy a little bit. And you had asked that I talk about charms and how I use them. And so today I'm going to spend a little bit of time sharing that. And I have taken apart old charm bracelets. When I was little, I had a silver charm bracelet. Oh, thank you, Hannah. Beautiful. And different bits of jewelry that came apart. I know this was a favorite earring that I had at one point, and I only have one of them. There's pins from different times in my life. This is a Discovery Toys pin. At one time I sold Discovery Toys. And there's just different little charms and pins without their backs that I put into a jar. And I forget who inspired. I can see her face. There is a tarot tuber who uses charms quite regularly, and I know she had a series on charms. And I thought, yeah, that I really, really like that idea. And it was soon after that that Kelly Oswald, who is the owner of the store where I was working, produced a tarot deck as coins, and I'm going to show you that shortly. And so I think this is something that is worthwhile taking time to put together, because we can use these in our readings. We can cast these in our readings to add layers of meaning. And if you look at that solar energy in the center charm, I'm just imagining casting charms right now on top of the reading we just did to see if we can expand that. And there's one charm on the table. You know, I see the 4 seasons. I have a coin here. This is a Japanese 5 yen coin. They're considered to be lucky, but it also has connections to Japanese memories. And so particular charms mean different things to different people, and they may connect in different ways to different cards. And so I would And so I add to this, I have this jar here, and I'm actually looking for a cut glass crystal candy dish with a lid. That's what I want to have on my tarot table. And I will manifest that, and then I can have my charms handy here and practice this more often because I think it's really fun. And it can be done in a very Lenormand kind of way. Um, but yeah, so a few of my favorites on this table. A few of my favorites. Well, I really do like this earring. This mask. This is a no mask from Japan. This was given to me as a lucky charm by a friend in Japan. There's some very sweet memories here. Mhm. Oh, this is funny. You know what? I think no, that's I know what that is. Um, and I don't think in this collection I have my none of these are from my old charm bracelet. This handful that I grabbed today, but I do have. Where was it? I just saw this one. Okay, so I need to get my magnifying glass. You know, my magnifying glass has been really a helpful addition to my tarot table. And I brought it out since I was working on the Tildook Tarot. And this one is, yeah, this one is from Kushiro, Japan. And when you travel, I've done a lot of traveling back and forth to Japan, and pins are often exchanged. And this was a very powerful. So Kushiro is, if you know where Hokkaido is, the northern island, it's to the west. It's to the west, and this place was the sister city of Burnaby, which was a place where I used to teach, and visited there, made some dear friends, and really powerful impressions in those exchanges. And so I remember those times and those places, and oddly, that may connect to the energy of cranes because there's a crane memory from there, and an abundance of things that happened at that time could even connect me to other experiences in Hokkaido that come forth. And so I'm sharing this with you because sitting with your, and like this one is really old. This is from when I was a little girl. Um, if you start to put together these bits and these baubles, you can begin to have a picture of the story of your life, and therefore the story of other people's lives, and use these in your readings. And so let's do that. Let's cast this group of charms over this morning's reading. And see what happens. And so I've just grabbed a random handful. Actually got a few too many. And then depending on your table type, if you have fabric on your table, that's too many. Let's do this. Just a second. Usually I do this on a 9 card. I've never thrown charms on 3 cards. Let me do this. And when you're on your own, you can get a little more wild with this procedure. Okay. Okay. We have a little teddy bear on the bottom of the sun card, and a butterfly for transformation, and a rainbow for hope. And this is really interesting too because you can read the charms that come upside down if it's obvious that they are upside down. We have a turtle and a shell very close together, and I know that this griffin is upside down. Sometimes the charms connect cards, and there's a single charm on the Six of Cups right in the center, right in the center of the yoni or the heart space, and it is upside down. This is a charm that came to me. It connects to the environment. I believe it was from a program called Habitat, and this was at a very young age, and we were learning about environment, about our footprint, about the environment. This would have been in the 70s. And when I look at that charm there at the center of this poignant card, I think about, well, the environment of our precious goddess self, the environment of our yoni, the environment of our heart, the environment of our being, and how important it is to protect and nurture the environment of our being, to take good care of it. Just, it's really interesting how that one single charm fell there. And there's a lot of magic on that center card. The teddy bear at the bottom, there's a unicorn and a mermaid up on top, and a butterfly and a rainbow. And so really, really embrace that light. Keys are symbolic as well too. So keys can open doors, can open windows. And the key is overhead of the Queen of Pentacles. So perhaps embracing the energy of the Queen of Pentacles would be a solution. Key equals solution, right? Key opens doors to navigating. So go back to what I was saying, this idea of, and what's coming to mind here is, if you, sort of very mundane thing, but I'm thinking about, well, I haven't taken time to make Christmas cookies this year. I haven't embraced that part of the season. So maybe if I put on an apron and I get into the kitchen and I get out the flour and the sugar and the butter and I start to make and dive into that matriarch role, perhaps that will help to heal some of these poignant memories. The peace, she's also got peace ringing in her ear. Find peace. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to extend this into my tarot tip of the day, because I think it's all sort of part of the same conversation. And I'm actually going to share with you that deck of cards that is a set of coins. And of course, if you have little children in your house, this is a little problematic. So my tarot tip of the day is to find, so casting. So let's call this, the tarot tip of the day is casting. Whether you are casting charms or you have other sorts of objects that you could possibly cast. And this might seem kind of creepy, but I don't know if I still have them. I saved a lot of my the Tooth Fairy saved a lot of her children's baby teeth. And I know that casting is done with bones and different things, but I'm wondering if casting, that's funny how that came to mind, maybe because of the Six of Cups card, how casting can be done with I wonder if it could be done with teeth, baby teeth. That's so weird. What could you possibly cast with? I know I've seen casting with matchsticks, because they form shapes. Um, Casting with, I've actually seen someone cast with coffee grounds rather than doing a tea leaf or a coffee ground reading. I've actually seen that on a table. So this might be something that you um, want to play with, and just think about what could I use as a casting method that I have. If you have I've also done, I have lots and lots of tumbled crystals, and and this one might be easiest for all of you, but I've had same sort of thing, taken a handful of tumbled crystals and let those fall on a reading. And that works really, really well. But so on these coins that are in my hand they each, that's the back of the coin. Okay, so let's just do this. Let's throw these down. That's not what I want to do. I'm going to shuffle them, and I'm going to choose 3. Oh my God, you won't believe this. It's the sun and strength and the hanged man. Sun and the strength and hanged man. Okay. Well, the hanged man energy, while the hanged man is often read as a Neptune card, I think the hanged man energy fits really well with Mercury retrograde as well too, in that it's inviting us to step out and to reflect. And so if I put these cards back on the table, we have sun on sun, and then we have strength on the 6 of cups. And the hanged man here. Oh, you can't see them all, sorry. And if you're interested in source of these coins, I can also share that with you. They're still available. And perhaps, just even drawing one coin as a final message for a reading. And that first one that I drew was the sun, and I think that just supports and illuminates the reading as a whole. Perhaps tomorrow I'll pull out, I'll bring a bowl of tumbled crystals and do that, because I think that I'd like to demo that. And I forgot, it's been ages since I've done that. Yeah. So look around your tarot table, look around your house, and see if there's something that could add a layer to your reading. And even by choosing one or shaking a few, like taking a small handful and throwing a few on the table. I think part of the fun of tarot, I used to read at a store Many of you know that. And as a regular gig, and clients also like to be involved in the reading and participate in a reading. And so that was, I forgot about that. That's something I used to do, was I would let them, choose a few crystals and then let them fall on the table. They like to touch stuff, the people that you're reading for like to touch things. So this is a way to engage your friends or whoever you're reading for at in the reading. Mhm. So give that some thought, and may you all be inspired by the heart of Frida Kahlo on this day. And I'll see some of you later. Take good care and namaste.